bullying, stereotyping, even acts of violence. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matthew Dixon, and today we will be exploring the bullying of 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons players and the injustices that have been brought about by the 5th edition community. Dungeons & Dragons, often abbreviated to D&D, is a fantasy tabletop role-playing game originally designed by Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson. It was first published in 1974 by Tactical Studies Rules Incorporated and has been published by Wizards of the Coast, now a subsidiary of the evil empire of Hasbro, since 1997. The game was derived from miniature warfare games, with a variation of the 1971 game Chainmail serving as the initial rules system. D&D's publication is commonly recognized as the beginning of the modern role-playing games and the role-playing gaming industry. In 1997, the company that owned Dungeons & Dragons went bankrupt and was bought out by Wizards of the Coast, who then started to update with 3rd, 4th, and 5th edition games. In early 2005, Wizards of the Coast R&D team started to develop Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition, prompted mainly by the feedback obtained from the D&D playing community and a desire to make the game faster, more intuitive, and with a better play experience than under the 3rd edition. The new game was developed through a number of design phases, spanning from May 2005 until its release. 4th edition was announced at Gen Con in August 2007, and the initial 3 core books were released on June 6, 2008. 4th edition streamlined the game into a simplified form and introduced numerous rules changes. Many character abilities were restructured into powers. On the 9th of January 2012, Wizards of the Coast announced that they were making a 5th edition based on feedback from those who were playing the 4th edition. And this is where the controversy begins. For those who belovedly played the 4th edition were then outcasts once the 5th edition was released. Made pariahs of society in the geek world, told that their beliefs and their love of the game was not worthy. So when did the persecution of the 4th edition community begin? Well, it takes its roots long before 5th edition came out, when the evil empire of Hasbro bought out Wizards of the Coast in 1999 and turned it into a money-making scheme. I spoke with 4th edition enthusiast Matthias Rand to find his opinion on the issue. So Matthias, what is the issue?
Not only are the mechanics of the 4th edition much better, the 5th edition is just, it's for children. And I am being persecuted for this opinion online, in chats, in replies to YouTube videos. Nobody truly understands the beauty of 4th edition, and all of these books that they're bringing out now they're just after money. They're just expanding on this, and the mechanics it's just not right.
And you say your life has been threatened by the 5th edition community?
Yes, I've had my life threatened. And my brakes fail on my car. Of course, I actually haven't had it serviced for over 2 years, but I'm pretty sure it was Hasbro.
So what possible solutions could there be to help 4th edition people not be persecuted by the 5th edition people? I asked an expert from Hasbro for their opinion on this matter. There is no issue. They need to get a life. Fair enough. At the end of the day, yes, Hasbro may be making money out of this entire 5th edition, but isn't that what it's about? Isn't that what business is? 4th edition players can still play their 4th edition, and they can just ignore the mocking of the 5th edition players. At the end of the day, there doesn't seem to be enough evidence for the persecution of the 4th edition community. Yes, there are chat lines and other such things that make fun of them, but that's because they're whiny little babies. People need to embrace 5th edition and move on with their lives, or play 4th edition at home and stop telling 5th edition people how wonderful 4th edition was compared to it. Until next time, I'm Matthew Dixon, and this has been an investigation into the persecution of 4th edition Dungeons and Dragons.